What is going on, you guys? It is Dollar Cost Crypto here with Ask Me Anything Dry Powder Edition. What is up, you guys? We're going to be talking about all the ways we can stack this dry powder in the season. The key word for this year is this is really a dry powder year. This is really a year where you're going to be able to build up your bags, allocate dry powder, and also take some profits at I think at some point in the year, somewhere in quarter 2, quarter 3, we should be able to take some nice, decent profits. We should get a big turn down in the crypto prices. And then once we buy back in again, then we're going to have this leftover dry powder, and then we are going to be able to allocate that dry powder somewhere into late 23, maybe in 24 into new projects, or back into maybe the new L1, or maybe a new token, or a new conviction you might have in the PulseChain ecosystem. It really is just whatever your flavor. It's just kind of choose your own adventure time in the crypto space, but you're going to have the opportunity to, actually draw some actual income and dry powder from the market. And it's going to serve you pretty well. It's going to help you survive, all of 23 and, into 24. So really cool, man. But hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, man. Welcome, you guys. This is my AMA, Ask Me Anything. And obviously, super chats are going to be read first before regular comments. And I will spend more time, obviously, on a super chat question than I will a regular question. But there you go. Beautiful. Let's get into it, man. We had one from Crypto Jedi. What is the video you were talking about on Cabana's channel about a hexagon link or name? Also, where do I park funds for PulseChain Bridge, USDC, DAI? Thanks. May Hex be with you always. In terms of park funds, I mean, obviously the best coin to hold is USDC if you're just talking about dry powder. But I personally think that these stable coins are really not going to be worth much at all. So USDC, DAI. I mean, if we look at the OA wallet, right? Or the SAC wallet. Forgive me. The SAC wallet. They're mostly holding DAI right now and a couple other coins. So maybe DAI might be one coin they end up treating a little better and stuff. But more than likely, we're going to get into a coin. The main stable coin for the ecosystem is probably just not going to be around until maybe 2 to 3 months after PulseChain's launched, before it really gets traction. And then from there, we have a stable coin. So we might have a good solid 3 months without really any stable coin action, not much. or you're really just gambling on like maybe PUSD going from a penny to like 40, 50 cents or something like that before you dump it. So there's gonna be a lot of speculation like that. But yeah, definitely just, I mean, just hold it in USDC, you're fine. You know, if it's capital you just don't want to allocate just right now, then just save it in USDC, it's cool. But that video is from, let me get his name right. I think I have it here somewhere. Just to answer the super chat question. Let's see. His name is Westcott Laurent. Cool dude. I'll link you the channel in here and stuff. This is the video I was tagged in and stuff. It was really funny. And then he ended up talking to me about the end, so I was like, oh, that's funny. But yeah. Riveting right here. There you go. There's the link to him. Shout out to him, man. But yeah, man, let's keep going, man. Chad, late. My day's ruined. Disappointment is immeasurable. Well, sir, you must be very new to this channel. I am late, Coin Moses. Nah, I'm just going. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. No likes till I see the Pepe. Well, you'll see. You saw it soon, so there you go, man. It's alive. Let's go. I think I'm getting to where we started the whole thing. Let's see. Let's see. Fallout Zone. Have you looked into MPX on Fantom upcoming GMXC fork? That's looking good chart thus far. Yeah, I have looked into it quite a bit, and that's Mummy Finance, I think, right? Let me see MPX. Oh, did I get the ticker wrong? I'm sorry. Let me look for it on a different swap. Let me look. If you can give me the ticker symbol and stuff just to double check on it and stuff, but I'm not seeing it right now. But I've been looking into like Mummy Finance and stuff. It looks pretty good. I'm still playing around with it and stuff, but I've got it on kind of like an extra wallet, a quantum wallet as I call it and stuff. That's more of a high risk sort of token and stuff, but I do like that project. Hot Rollins, DCC, can you take a look at the Equalizer exchange on Fantom and their token Equal? Yeah, sure. In a minute. Let's see. Obviously, I'm still a little sick, but we'll get this started right now. Definitely, man. So, can you pull up the screen? Why is this so... Yeah, this is the Equalizer token. $14 per token. Small circulating supply. It's on Fantom. Let's check out the old screen real quick. Yeah, this is giving me such a like this little disclaimer right here is almost exactly like Solid Dex. This is giving me such a vibe of like Andre. This is not even funny, man. Equalizer. This is a project that Oath Token or the Reaper Farm just recently started working with and stuff. So, in terms of vetting wise and stuff, those guys don't really usually play around with like bullshit tokens or ecosystems because they don't want their tokens to get rugged or anything like that. So, it's probably pretty well trusted. This is the same sort of thing. I would put this because it's still so new right now. Obviously, if you're holding the tokens, you're fine. You can just buy it and hold it on the main alt wallet for Fantom ecosystem. But if you're going to be using a lot of the network and stuff, I would never put it on your main wallet. I would use it on either your secondary or your third wallet in terms of the layer, in terms of risk and stuff. I'd probably put this one on my mummy.finance until eventually I felt like it graduated and then I'd upgrade to my second. But yeah, I mean, it looks like a swap right now. Liquidity, let's see, vest, vote. Yeah, so this is sort of a this is basically like a solid deck sort of thing where basically you vest your tokens and then eventually you start voting for pools and stuff like that. You know, create bribes. Interesting. I probably have to log in and stuff like that, but Yeah, I mean, so far, I mean, these kind of things have worked on Fantom before and stuff like that. Obviously, you got Beats and stuff that's like the ultimate bribe engine right now. But this is following more of a curve model, convex model. Interesting. I mean, let's take a look what it's done so far. Not bad. About $1. Yeah, we're sitting at probably like 9x, basically. God damn, look at that shit. Off the dome, and I guessed it. Sheesh. There we go. Off the dome, all-time high $16, so it's down 13. Yeah, so it's very close to its all-time highs right now. Obviously. Now, famous last words here. It would be nice for a small pullback before I buy in. But yeah, Equalizer looks pretty good and stuff like that. I just yeah, I'm still so I've got a checklist of even things on Fantom that I'm still looking up right now. I'm on the Mummy Finance side of it right now, but Equalizer is next on the list. But it's been vetted already by like the guys at Reaper and stuff, so it should be pretty good. But put that on an alt wallet. Nothing where like you have to create these sort of layers of these barriers, these kind of like different. You have to section off a lot of your crypto. There, if for whatever reason there is a leak or a hack and stuff, only that small part of your portfolio is affected. At the worst case, and you're just pissed off whatever you lost there, but it doesn't take down the whole ship, and that's sort of the whole bulkhead method. But yeah, you can take us down. Yeah, the only thing that worries me about it is basically like, oh, the price. I mean, the price is basically at all-time highs. It's like $2 away, but it is very low in market cap. I mean, that is a very low market cap right now. I mean, 250,000, but depending on their inflation rate and stuff, you probably could get a doubling by the end of the year of their total supply. So there you go. Cool. Let's keep going. Sheesh, man, what's going on, man? Westcott, he's in the chat. Shout out to Westcott, man. What's up, dude? DCC, yes, sir. Let's get it, Moon Gang. DGens, we up. That's right. Kobe, what's up, dude? Let's see. Don Schroeder, hello. Musha, what's going on, bro? Let's see. Hi, my man. What do you think about Jewel? What will be the price in the future? That is an interesting question. Huh. Let's pull up the stats on Jewel for a second. Let's do a little Jewel talk. Pull up the screen once again, sir. Yeah, so right now we are at 26 cents on the price of Jewel right now, $30 million market cap. This is its total supply. There's no more coins coming out. Now, I still want to see some news about maybe like the other ecosystem. Like, you still have all this X Jewel that still exists technically on Serendale, on the original Serendale on Harmony and stuff, and I want that shit to be deleted just in case. You never know. But right now, yeah, this is the total supply. You got 112 million tokens. Almost. Well, let's just call it 113 million, but it's probably way less than that because people have lost tokens. So yeah, so 112 million jewels in circulation. It's basically deflationary because over time people just lose wallets or just forget dust and stuff like that. So this is all the supply that's out there right now. I think in terms of where this could head, I mean, this could easily be about $250 million market cap token. So because we really don't have much more, we don't have any more supply coming online. It's pretty easy to do the math on this, right? I mean, if we just do, let's just say $150 million market cap, we just divide that by 30. So that's a 5x from current prices. So if I do the math on that, we're talking about $1.30 for the DeFi Kingdoms token in terms of, I think like a short-term all-time high. $1.30 is a decent price for Jewel. And then if we were to get to that $250 million mark, right, we're looking at 8.3x at 26 cents. Yeah, we're talking about $2. So we're talking about this range where like it could very easily, if within this bull market, this is not even takes that long, but somewhere between like the later half of this year to the later half of this year, we could probably end up hitting like $1, somewhere like 87 cents, 81 cents to like $1.30 is probably in the realm of cards. And the next year we could probably hit something a lot higher than that as well. $2 plus and stuff like that, as long as nothing changes fundamentally with the supply anymore, and then they continue to keep adding more more expansions and stuff. So like with Jewel, there is sort of still a plan to have a Matic expansion and a Fantom expansion. I'm really hyped about the Fantom expansion, but the Matic one's going to be very interesting because that could actually bring a ton of big money into the whole Fantom ecosystem. I mean, to the whole Jewel ecosystem, which is really cool. I think eventually, once this token just keeps getting on more and more of these chains, eventually we might end up having an actual listing of this token on some big exchanges, and then this could take this token to a pretty decent price. I mean, if we look at oh, I'm sorry, messed that up. If we look at categories, right, and we were to go down to let's look at some games. Let's look at let me find a good category. If we were looking at GameFi right here, right? Let's keep going down. ApeCoin, yeah, Sandbox and stuff. If we look at all these market caps, let's just see where Jewel's at right now. Let's keep going down. Right now, DeFi Kingdoms is way down here. So if we get 150, yeah, man. So like Odyssey, if Jewel is gonna have a whole ecosystem that's really being put everywhere, I mean, I would like to see it somewhere over here, like maybe around VRA. Shout out to Charlie and Vulcan Forged, around somewhere around this is probably going to be where it's going to start resting around and stuff like that. Now these are already at 100. Basically, just call this $100 million market cap, and so basically, it's going to have a catch up zone at some point and kind of catch up to that. But this is going to be its kind of peer group for right now. It's not going to be on the level of an Illuvium, obviously, or a Mutable or an Axie Infinity or a Sandbox and stuff. Decentraland should be in here. But I guess it's not for some reason. It's strange. But yeah, this is not a perfect list, but just as an example and stuff like that. Like but when things move and stuff. So when Ethereum, let's just say when that whole scenario, like Ethereum and Bitcoin, like get a 2x and stuff like that. Like these tokens could be at like 250, or worst case like 180 million market cap. Right now, market cap isn't perfect, but it's just like it's a little like benchmark. But usually what fucks it up is that you have a lot of these coins are still dripping out coins, no pun intended. But these coins are still dripping out supplies and stuff like that, and some of them are like most of their supplies out, so they actually get to keep the gains in terms of increase in token price. But other ones, there's just more tokens, which increases the market cap, so it kind of bastardizes or kind of like cucks out some of the token increase pricing and stuff. So that's just kind of what's going on there. But I am very bullish on Jewel personally. So I've always have been. A lot of people thought it was going to die. It didn't, like I thought, and yeah, we've been able to make a lot of yield farm money and stuff. And like we're right now, I have decent pools in Crystal Vale and on Serendale 2.0, basically. So I'm stacking a lot of AVAX, Crystal, and then in one pool on Crystal Vale on DeFi Kingdoms chain, and then I'm stacking Jade, Clay on the Jewel ecosystem, which is on Clayton 2.0 on Clayton. So, and then stacking a lot of liquid Jewel and stuff, because the main ecosystem token at some point will get listed on these major exchanges. That's kind of what I'm betting on, and it's a lot easier for a video game coins to be listed because they're kind of looked as like, oh, these things are safe stuff. This is safe, stupid stuff. Cool. This isn't some like bad rug project or anything like that. So interesting. But yeah, you can take it down. Perfect, man. Dustin Olsen Hex stream today. I did one yesterday. I did a whole Hex stream yesterday with Crypto Cabana. Go check them out and stuff like that. Somebody will link it, or somebody will be able to find it and stuff. I did a whole happy hour with him and stuff. We talked a lot of stuff about Hex, PulseChain, a bunch of rapid fire questions. I was very under the weather on that stream. But shout out to Team Sammy. Shout out. Crypto Cat Doge, what are your thoughts on bridging your non-Hex ecosystem PRC20 copies and selling them for the Ethereum side when there's more liquidity demand? Well, you could. It just all depends on the pricing of it, right? I mean, if you have enough there, you could bridge it back over and just get more tokens on the Ethereum side. So let's just say, as an example, maybe you have PSHIB, and then, if I'm understanding the question correctly, you take your PSHIB and then you would just ratio traded back into the original SHIB, and then you just take it off, and then you have more SHIB than you started with. Yeah, you could probably do that, but who knows what the prices might be? It might be so little that maybe it's only 1% a stack or 0.5% of a stack. But some people definitely do that, or it could work the other way around, where like you could bet on it to see if it would happen. So it's possible. But I think most of the money, I mean, like I feel like the PRC20s are really going to be a play late, like 8 months later, personally. Fallout's on a different one, but I can find it on Deck Screener. Yeah, please, if you can. Al Swearigan. How can I buy Pulse on day one? Well, once the bridge is open, so once it's actually fully on and it's bridged open, you just would bridge over, just buy Hex, bring your Hex over, and then you can then use that to buy PulseChain. There'll be like a Pulse to Hex or a Pulse to PulseChain one from there. So you'll be able to buy your PulseChain very easily on there. Yeah. It's a pretty simple feature and stuff like that. I'll have videos on it and everything like that, and I'll have explanations of how to do it and stuff, and the safest routes and stuff like that. But there's gonna be tons of videos about the point and stuff. Right now, your main thing is just probably stacking Hex and Hedron if you really want to get into the PulseChain ecosystem, and stacking some USDC. So it's about dry powder, you guys. And for people who don't know what dry powder is, it's basically liquid coins you're going to use as like. It's sort of like having much of Ethereum so you can get into altcoins later on, and having like extra USDC or DAI in order to just have raw dollars ready to go to ape into any new coin or any project when you feel like it's about to do a run. But perfect. Let's keep going. Unsuitable. How are the laser eyes coming along? Beautifully. Is Tub be my... I can't even say that, my God. I'll just say is Tub. What solid token do you see going the highest this spring that is the cheapest? My God. It's like, what coin is absolutely dead in the water but is going to do a fucking 100x, bro? That's funny as fuck, man. There's a lot of them. A lot of them are gonna, well, not 100x, but like a lot of them are gonna do some action and stuff like that. This summer, obviously there's there's coins like Cardano. They haven't really moved much and stuff like that. I think Hedron can do a big move as well and stuff. I mean, like basically just a lot of the coins. I mean, if I'm talking about it, I think it's gonna do well personally. But yeah, man, like that question is pretty funny. Let's see. Optimum profits, man. Got some stash built up to throw into ILV. Looking at current prices might be the best to get in. Well, let's take a look at it. Can you pull me back up, man? Thank you. Can you imagine it's just Travis isn't there anymore? It's just the AI, and it's like Travis. Travis got fired like years ago, bro. Like I just been secretly using this Travis AI.
Travis AI loves to please.
Jesus Christ.
What is my purpose?
To pass me butter.
Oh my God.
That was such a layup. Oh my God. Yeah, welcome to the club, kid. Yeah. That's funny. Shout out to Illuvium. But yeah, $85 Illuvium price. Yeah, this is a decent price to get in. I think the other day I saw it. Let's see, last 30 days. Yeah, no. Yeah. It would be better if you could pick this up maybe at the high 70s or so, but this is not a horrible price. Obviously, this thing did touch recently well over $100, and there's kind of like it's kind of foreshadowing what's to come basically with this. Obviously, when the game's fully launched, there's gonna be a hype cycle on it, and then they still haven't had the live auctioning of the tier 5 land yet. They did all the land sales, and there's going to be no land sales for this until much later once the game launches and there's enough players to kind of soak up the demand. And I'll have a whole video on land on Illuvium later on once we get closer to the event, because that was very profitable. But Yeah, Illuvium's going to be a hitter, man. But yeah, $85 is not a terrible price at DCA. Obviously, we were buying Illuvium at $45 and $30, and now it's we're well up into a 2x and 2.5x right now. So if you can cash it somewhere in the 70s, high 70s, low 70s, anywhere in that range, you're sitting really pretty. Just it gives you a better cost average. But if you buy some right here, that's perfectly fine. Yeah. I do expect this coin at some point. If the game launches and then crypto and it's still bullish right now, this could hit $400. So there's still like a 4.3x, 4.5x left in this, even at this price. So that's why if you're able to get it at $70, not 70 flat, but 79 or something like that, 78. Kind of gives you that little bit extra, profit. So, yeah. Yeah, you can take them now. Cat dog. Crypto cat doge. I bought more Gala Layer 1 mobile games launching music, movies. Yeah, definitely, man. Gala's a great token. Its fundamentals were pretty shitty, if I'm being honest, back in the day. Full screen me again, Travis. There you go.
I aim to please.
My God. That's so cringy, bro.
Would you like to turn off the voice function?
Please. Something less homoerotic.
Hey, yo, dog.
There you go. I'd rather have that, bro. I aim to please. Jesus, bro. I know we're in finance, bro. We're not that dorky. Come on. But so let me talk about my video game coins. But shout out to Gala Games, 140 in market cap. This is on Coinbase. So this is all the pumpamentals and stuff. Just being on Coinbase and being on some of the major U.S. exchanges has the ability to really pump up. This is this is sort of a Zynga. This is Zynga's version of their ecosystem trying to get into GameFi, but I think they're going to succeed really well. They're getting into mobile, movies, as well as like all kinds of other stuff. So it's an interesting play. And now that they're making the Gala token as a layer 1 token, as well as a significant, like I think half of the whatever fees are spent or burned away, and the other half are given back to the node providers of the token and stuff. But that means it's actually kind of deflationary now, which is good. I like that. When things are deflationary, or things, if supply is stagnant, it's deflationary technically, because people just lose coins, or just things are getting allocated, people forget to move things around. It's just stagnant supply is actually pretty good, actually, which means like you can really get price movement in token, which is good. 4.7 cents. I actually think that's a great price. Let's look at the last 30 days. I think we had a bit of a high of 6 cents. So damn, actually, I think this is actually not a terrible price to get in, man. I mean, if you get lucky, you might be able to get 3.9, 4.1 cents, but I think this is where you can start building up a bag. I just got myself a bag. Hope I don't jinx it, but I think Gala, Illuvium, and Jewel are kind of my top 3 picks for GameFi right now, in terms of what you can get into right now. Some other picks, maybe Vulcan Forge and VRA or something like that would be some other plays, Veracity, but that's kind of like the top 5 right now. We're looking in GameFi. Now as things kind of progress, there's going to be more and more stuff out. Sandbox is a strong number 6. Obviously, we're trying to give you the value one so you can make the most gains and stuff. But Sandbox is just the blue chip of blue chips of DeFi. It's going to do very well. It's going to get a lot of sponsorships from celebrities. Snoop Dogg's still affiliated with it and stuff like that. So when this bull market continues on, a lot of celebrities are not really going to be able to endorse or make their own NFTs. Some still will, but most won't, because they're going after a lot of people with these NFT projects. And if Logan Paul gets in big trouble for his zoo collection, then it's going to de-incentivize a lot of celebrities from getting into NFT sales. So how will they make money? Well, they're going to be like, hey, I played this game and I think this crypto game's really cool, and that's how they're going to make their money. Or maybe they take a partnership deal and get tokens or something. It's going to be something with. So I really believe like a lot of the endorsements, whether good or bad, for celebrities are going to go into GameFi. I'm not saying Gala or Illuvium or all these are going to get those, but the rest of the space might get in, and that brings in a lot of capital. Those coins go up, and then people start speculating and gambling and putting and rolling their profits into the other coins, which you end up having this whole trickle down effect that can really just get the whole area moving. So that's why I'm so bullish in this area, man. These greedy celebrities need cash. And the only thing they can grift on is going to be video games, because video games are deemed as like not dangerous, which is good because they just, I mean, celebrity, I mean, like you got to think of the timeline here. 2017, buy my I'm not shitting on Katy Perry here, but like buy my Katy Perry coin, right? And like, oh crap, ICOs are bad, I'm gonna get in trouble for it. Okay, never mind, I won't do that anymore. Hey, buy my Katy Perry NFT. Oh crap, I'm not paying attention to it anymore, allegedly. And she never, I don't think she made an NFT, I don't think, but I'm just using her as an example. This is not, I don't think she's ever even done any of these things, actually. She's actually been pretty cool. I mean, she's actually had, like, she put all the cryptos on her nails and stuff. Like, she likes crypto, but as an example, right, let's just say if someone like Katy Perry did do that, right, and then, like, they didn't keep continuing on developing the NFT project, then it's dead in the water, and people consider it kind of a rug pull, right? Then they could get in trouble for that, right? Then they're like, oh crap, I don't want to get in trouble for that. So hey, I really like Gala Games. So let me, hey, I play Gala Games, and they're being sponsored, Gala's sponsoring like a celebrity. And that's probably what's going to happen. I'm not saying Gala specifically, but that's kind of like how it's happening. Like they're just trying to find out ways where like, okay, how can I just make sponsorship money and just keep it moving? But cool, take me down. Perfect. GC, what are you more bullish on this year, Illuvium or Gala? Damn. I mean, just news-wise in terms of like what's coming out. Like, obviously, I'm much more bullish on Illuvium, but there's a lot of normie money in Gala, and they can just pump like stupid dumb. Like we've seen it before. Like Gala pumping from like a penny within like 2-3 months. It pumped from a penny to 81 cents. 81x. Jesus. That's incredible. Now, that's why they're both in the portfolio. I'm just like, I'll catch both sides of it. That's why I'm bullish on both. But like just news wise, I mean, obviously the main game, the launch of the game, and some the main launch of like the actual like Illuvium land game where it actually works, and just a bunch of other little things, the alluvials and stuff. So you have a lot more kind of exciting things happening on the Illuvium side because you're actually getting a big main game. Their main game is actually launching, but Gala is going to have a lot of interesting stuff as well. It's just going to be more of like a death of 1,000, or I guess like FOMO of 1,000 cuts in a way. But the one X factor here is really that the two X factors is if the land game, if the land game can really work on mobile and Apple and stuff, and that'll help out there. But because you need land, it's going to limit the amount of people to play it. Gala's X factor here is if they hit the mobile stuff and they end up having a really good mobile game, it could just go thermonuclear. Like it can just go crazy. They can go bananas. So you have more of that chance for Gala to hit like that spark, an explosion. But Illuvium's no slouch either, and they can do very well, and it's backed by a bunch of Ethereum royalty and stuff like that. So I just like you just hear all the shit I'm saying, right? What do you think? I like both these. Man, you go buy both. Why choose, right? Shit. Hit a Pepe for that. Sheesh. Beautiful, man. Mushamata, what's going on, dude? Let's see. Can you help me with this? I have Fantoms in Harmony Net in MetaMask wallet. How and where, which swap can I use to send them to the Fantom network? I can't find any bridge or swap. Try Synapsis. Let me see if I can find the bridge. I don't know if they have the Harmony side open anymore, but Fudge, man. I might have to look this up. Wait, give me 1 second. What's up, Masha? Like, now, I kind of know a little bit of the background. Shout out to Musha, but like, Musha, you gotta stick around crypto and pay attention, man. Like, I'm not trying to like give you a little bit of a tongue lashing here, but like, you know, this is what kind of happened is that, you know, we had a long time to know that, oh, they're going to switch over to some other network, and let's start taking our LPs out and start switching our bridge over our funds, or try to get all that. When you don't pay attention for a long time and then you come back and like it's been 6 months since this has happened, liquidity completely dries up and you can get stuck completely. So this is why I said, like, you don't have to like be 100% all the time, but at the very least you should be like peeking out and kind of like maybe spend like a day or maybe a couple hours just looking over your portfolio, playing around with everything once a month or something. Like you have to really be paying attention. But let me look at bridges if I can find this. This is so exciting. This is the most exciting thing ever, man. Just dead silence. I am not finding the token. What is going on here? But I can't find it right now. But Synapsis might have a bridge where you can bridge back to Fantom. They're usually on every chain. They're the actual main bridge that was used for the moving of funds from Harmony One over to Avalanche DeFi Kingdoms chain, and the same bridge that was used from that over to Clayton as well and stuff like that. So they're operating in a bunch of other places. You could also try Elk. Elk might be able to work out as well. Might be a nice place, Elk Finance. Those two bridges is the one I'd probably recommend. Here we go, found it. Can you show the screen? I'm pretty sure this is it right here. Yeah, Synapse SYN. This one, obviously, I don't recommend the token and stuff like that, but they're a pretty great bridge. Obviously, just use them to the bridge money in out, and that's it. But this is a very decent bridge and stuff like that. This one, and then there's another bridge token, Elk Finance. You can also bridge a lot of stuff too, and they're pretty big on big-ish on Fantom as well, but they're on a ton of chains, like an incredible amount of chains. So Elk, if Synapsis doesn't work, this is the bigger one. Try Synapsis first, but if not, then you can try Elk as a last ditch effort to kind of transfer funds and stuff like that. Hopefully you can get them back onto Fantom and stuff. But I think you can go on Harmony One and then switch over and then send your Fantom on that over back out to there. So man, there you go, man. Thank you. Take me down. Beautiful. Hope that helped, Musha Mata. RH Max, man. Good evening, gentlemen. What's up, dude? Let's keep going down. Wow. I was trying to keep up, and then boom, it just shot me back down to the newest comments. Dang. Let me scroll back up now. Well, we got a super chat, so I'll read the super chat. SJ with the Canadian $2, man. BTC to 40K or 20K first? Thanks. Let's go. I think we go to... Wow, 20K. Dang. Let me really think about this. I think we go to 40K first. Obviously, we're at 20K. I mean, we're at 24K now, so like we might get a retest 22 or something like that. But outside something catastrophic happening and stuff, but my money's on. I mean, we hit the 40. I mean, we hit the 40K first, personally. But I mean, hopefully you're not leverage trading. But that's kind of how I'm seeing it right now. I think we hit to 20K. I mean, we hit to 40K, and then we'll hit. You know, that's a 30 to 40K price point, and then we'll get a nice correction back down to the 20s again, like 21K, maybe even 20K on that side. But thank you so much for the $2 super chat, man. I appreciate it. Let me go back up to the comment. Damn, I have a lot of comments here. Josh Baker, man. I have a friend who is looping GameStop Maxi. Send me a Reddit FUD link about Richard Hart. All it was about was how he was a spam king. So many people still think Hex is a scam. Yeah, man, it's really bad. I mean, at this point, it's just really other projects just trying to FUD that out because they don't want. I mean, the ecosystem is like the Hex ecosystem is big. It is very big. The sun doesn't set on the Hex empire in terms of just how many people and how many time zones are around the world are in Hex. But it's pretty funny and stuff. And that's actually a big plus for everybody in terms of like if the market is that like dumb about stuff right now. I mean, like man, we're pretty early right now, which is good. Mashumita, is it worth using Magic Cats and Reaper? Personally, you can. I mean, I trust it for sure, but personally, I've got all my Magic Cats just yield farming for me with a bunch of XBOO on the Terrat. I'm not the Terrat pool. I'm sorry, on the Oath pool. So I'm earning Oath right now. So that's why I have mine on Boo itself. But you could do Reaper as well. I mean, 16%. If you don't have much Boo at all, and you just have the Magic Cats, you could, hey, why not get the extra yield? But you always got to remember that, like, you know, you are trusting another contract there. So you know you got to have there's always contract risk. All right, Sanders Martin, man, how do you feel about Dogecoin? I like Dogecoin, obviously with Elon Musk really backing it and stuff. That is really good for the ecosystem. It all depends on how much he backs it. If he makes it like you can tip in 2 coins, you can tip in Satoshis and Dogecoins, then obviously that is fucking bullish for Dogecoin. I mean, that would damn near in a bull market pump Doge to over $1, right? But then you also got to remember this is now a 2-party system. You have Dogecoin and you have Shiba, right? And Dogecoin has pretty much taken like its seat as like Bitcoin of the meme coins, basically, which is not a terrible thing, but that also means no innovation at all, right? The founders abandoned it and stuff like that, and I think with Jackson Palmer and stuff like that. And man, how stupid is that he sold all his coins? That was, I really do. I mean, like, I don't know. I talked to Richard about this. He didn't believe me. He was like, "Oh, you think?" But like, it's really weird. There was just like this 2016, 2017. Like, you just had a lot of founders just have to sell. I mean, sold a lot of their coins, and there was mostly founders that were here in the States. So I mean, I think there really was a knock on the door. You know, FBI, open up! Bosh! And he's like, "Hey, if you want to keep shilling your coin, you have to have no affiliation with it or no coins into it and stuff." So I mean, like, Charlie Lee sold, Jackson Palmer sold a lot earlier and stuff like that. But I've said this before, and I'll stand by it and stuff. I believe that the reason that the Litecoin founder sold his coins a lot later than Jackson Palmer did was because he had the lawyers and the protection of Coinbase at the time. And I mean, people forget that he was like, I think the first employee of Coinbase, and he was their first engineer for Coinbase. So yeah. Let's keep going. But one more thing on that. So Shiba's more of the Ethereum and stuff, but the market cap's already pretty big as well. So they'll move in tandem with each other. You might have a little more of a pump, tiny bit more of a pump on Shiba, but if I were to make a speculative, I mean, because we're talking about dog money here. I mean, we're talking about meme coins, you guys. I mean, like, so I mean, I'd probably buy some Bone, the L1 exchange and stuff for it, just because it's lower market cap, and then you could have more people flooding capital because Shiba's up so much, and it could probably do multiples on Shiba. So that's the way I'd play it. Let's keep going. GZ617, what's good? DCC, what's up, man? What's good, dude? Shit. I've got a little bit of a cold fever, but hey, we out here. In this goat jacket. Baby goat. No, goat. It's actually goat, actually. It really is. It's soft as fuck. I don't feel... It could be freezing outside. The cold does not penetrate this jacket right here. But, yeah. This thing is fucking warm, though. I really like this jacket, man. But, yeah. But thoughts on Jade? Like it. It's going to pump it over time, but it's just, there's a lot of supply coming out, so it's weaker than, so Jade's price was higher than Crystal's. Now Crystal's is higher than Jade because Crystal's supply is almost out now, and now is actually more of a better time to be stacking up a little Crystal if you want. But the way I stack my crystal is through LP pools. So that's how I'll do it. Ba, 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 ba. Phantom Jewel, peanut butter and jelly. Yes, sir. Black Label Expat. What's up, man? My admin. Are you okay, DCC? Yeah, I'm fine, man. What's going on? Michael, what's going on? How about Quant? Quant's cool. I mean, Quant is really something that like I had Charlie really put me onto and stuff. I mean, obviously we've heard of Quant and we've heard of all these ISO coins and stuff like that. I'm not the biggest fan of this whole ecosystem here, but it isn't like we can't not pay attention to the I call it the XRP ecosystem. Let's just call it the ecosystem coins, right? We've had all these kind of professor dumb coins kind of band together, but Quant fundamentally, this was research brought through us through Charlie, as well as like some of the other people that are by Charlie and a couple other people from one of our private groups and stuff that were talking about it and stuff. And you know, it's looking like it really is the real ecosystem for where JP Morgan's going to start doing some blockchain coins and stuff like that. So who the hell knows, man? Like it might actually be the real that might actually end up being where like it's being run out of and stuff. So it's one of these coins that's been in the green. I think me and Charlie did an episode on this where like if you go back, there's this whole list thing on Charlie's channel and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe I can find it. Let's see. Cultivate crypto. Let me get the lives. Can you pull up the screen? So this is the fabulous Charlie from Cultivate Crypto's channel. Look at this. And let me see if I can find it. We did a stream. Was it this one? Let me see if I can find it. Maybe it was either it was this Moon Gang here or I'm trying to find it. It may have been this one right here. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. So it was Moon Gang 110. Moon Gang 110. We went over this list of coins. Like it was a performance list of if you had bought if you were just dollar cost averaging once a week into these coins, which coins would you be up on? The only 3 that you would have been up on, that means like no losses, you're in profit on them, was, if I remember correctly, Dogecoin, Fantom, and Quant. The only ones. So, can you full screen it one more time, please? Yeah, so if you could tell right here, so where's Quant? Quant list. So this is if you're dollar cost averaging. Let's just say you're dollar cost averaging every Monday into it. You'd still be up 14% on this one. You'd be up. So obviously the farther back in time you go, right? You'd be up. Was that 13x on your coins and stuff. So obviously if the longer you're in a coin and stuff, when the price was cheaper, the better, right? But look, profit, right? We're in Fantom, profit, right? And then Dogecoin may have been a little bit more up or down here, but here's Dogecoin. So Dogecoin, look at the history of Doge. Profit. Those are the only 3 coins. Now, this isn't a perfect system. This is like, and this is, they had a lot of older coins on here, but they did have a very large amount of coins on this list. I think it was like over 100 coins. And those are the only 3 on this entire list that were just 100% green. Now, you did have other projects that were maybe 2, like, that are older. And so, look at Ethereum, right? Look at Ethereum and Bitcoin. Negative, but positive for most of it and stuff. So we typically looked at anything that had like 2 red or 1 red as very good, and anything that did 3 or more kind of not great. And anything that went like, I mean, something like this, like look at the Crow token. It's like 3. Look at its history. 3 out of 5. That's bad, right? Algorand. Boom. That means if I just left the dollar cost averaging effect on that for a while, if I let it go, you would have done very bad. This is why we're more of a dynamic DCA than just an average DCA. But sometimes I know this is not you can take the screen down now, but like for a long time. Oh, you can take the screen down. Sorry. Yeah. For a long time now, and I'll link you guys the video as well, so you guys go check that out after the stream and stuff. It's really an interesting stream me and Charlie did a couple weeks ago. But so basically, so here's the thing. But people are very notoriously bad at saving. So, now this is pretty fucked to say this, but this is true. This is really, really true. People are really bad at saving once they hit a certain quantity of money, because then options become available, right? Money power scales, right? The things you can buy and do with $100 versus 1,000 are not 10 times more. It's self squared, right? There's more things you can do, right? From going from 1,000 to 10,000, it's even more things. Like the more money, like that's why, like, when you're able to save more and more money, you can end up actually doing it. It's actually very hard to accumulate, like, to have a liquid $1 million is so much harder than having a liquid $100,000. And people are like, well, duh, no shit, Sherlock, right? But it is difficult to save up to that kind of capital base, right? So, yeah. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, man. But so one thing that I had to do for a long time is, I mean, obviously I was still DCing at decent prices, so I won out at the end, but there's coins I DCA'd into early on that didn't do so great, but it at least, like, I had that capital. So imagine if, like, so sometimes it really, like, even if you're just in DCing into I did this when I was a beginner though, so I'm not doing this now, but I would DCA all the time into projects and stuff, dollar cost crypto, right? I mean, I legitimately would dollar cost average into a coin every day. Legitimately, I would do that. And on some coins, I actually was like, oh, damn, I lost 20% of my money doing that through fees and through the coin being slightly down. But I was like, damn, no way in hell, like, I would have been able to save that $5,000, $7,000, and then I was able to use that capital, since it was in crypto, to move it to something else, and it made me an incredible amount of returns. Because, I mean, like, I joke around about that lead video and stuff. I think I posted it earlier about Laurent there, but Westcott. But, you know, like, oh, I may have $20. Where'd I put the $20 at and stuff like that? Legitimately, I got the way I got rich was with $20. Like, it started with $20. It was obviously with more over time, right? But, like, I DCA'd into projects, and sometimes that lick wasn't the one that was it. But then over time, I was able to snowball it into something pretty significantly. Because I know damn right, if I didn't start, if I had to, like, start with a huge amount of capital to start, I probably would have never started and stuff. So, it's investing in crypto is probably a good way to really, especially if investing in good projects, is a really good way to kind of build up a capital base, because it makes it harder for you to get the money. The more layers you put between you and your money, the longer it can stay there. Once it actually builds into something significant, then you can make a really good power move in your life. And I think that's what's really cool. But there you go, man. Let's answer some super chats, man. Crypto Jedi with the I'm guessing $11 super chat. If all you had hypothetically was 1 million hex and no other coins, what play would for PulseChain launch? Also, if I took CMC Q4, would it be better to enter the Citadel updates? Well, let's answer the first part of the question, right? If all you had was hypothetically 1 million hex and there was no other coins, what play for PulseChain launch, right? So basically, depending on your average, right, the price of hex would go up quite significantly. I would probably sell 20% of your hex for USDC once the prices are a lot higher than they are now. That's mostly to give you some cash there in order to be able to maneuver here and there into the ecosystem. Once it would happen, I'd probably tell you to bridge over half your hex into the ecosystem and get yourself a bag of P hex and PulseX. Once because the prices are going to be dramatically down, your hex is going to be strong, and you'll be able to get a lot of those two coins, and you'd be able to catch lows or close to lows of those coins, and over time you'd be able to build that up into a decent stack. The other capital, then the other 20% of the hex you sold will be able to use to either buy the hex once it dips back down to be refilled up your e-hex bag, and then the rest of it to use to buy some PulseChain. That way you've gone from a one token, now you have hex, P-hex, which you already have some P-hex because you've got the copy of it, right? But you got hex, P-hex, PulseChain, and PulseX. Now you're in this nice little system where you're playing around here with like 4 to 5 tokens now, and you're in this really good position. I mean, having 1,000,000 hex is still, that's a lot of money, man. It really is. I mean, like, it's a decent amount of guap, dude. Like, I mean, I remember when I started and I was doing all this stuff. I did not have like 2 nickels to rub together. I'll tell you that much. And I mean, we're talking about, what is 1,000,000 hex? What is that like? Let's put some money. Let's put some zeros on there. Yeah, $54,000. $54,000 is nothing to scratch at, man. That's some scratch. That means if hex goes to 18 cents or hex goes to, let's just call it 20 cents to make the math easy here. I mean, you're talking about, you have 200 grand there, $200,000. Taking a nice 20% off that, 40 G's, just to have some cushion there. That's almost equal to the price of the hex you have right now, and just to have some gunpowder there for yourself. Obviously, I'm not telling you to take profits on it like now and stuff. That's dumb, right? But then you still have a large amount of P hex. You would have P hex. You'd have that capital there, and then your hex is still would be worth 13 cents, 18 cents, maybe even 22 cents, maybe 21 cents, depending on where we pump. Then you'd be able to then bridge that over, buy PulseX very cheap because it's going to crash down. Same thing with P hex, and PulseChain is going to be raging off and stuff like that. So depending if you can catch the pump before it rages off. If it's already going bananas, I mean, don't chase it, and then you'd be able to catch the pumps on the other coins eventually. And that's kind of the play there. And then you'd really be able to make some multiples. That would put you into a different category, man. Jedi. It's powerful, man. But thank you so much for the $11 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Tom C with the $20 super chat. Hey, DCC, what are your thoughts? Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even answer the second half of the question. Forgive me. What play for PulseChain launch? Okay, yeah, there we go. If I took the CMC Q4 22, would it be better to enter the Citadel for updates or take? Well, it really depends on your skill level and stuff like that. Now, if you don't know what you're doing, like if you only have one coin and that's what's going, I'd probably recommend, just for an overall better education and like kind of learning everything else, it'd be better for you to take the Crypto Mindset Q4, or the newest Crypto Mindset that comes out. I mean, I think it would be Q2. But honestly, if it just all depends on you right there and stuff like that. Obviously, like at the earliest, we'd be doing it like late March, early April, before the sales of the Crypto Mindset Q2. So we're still 2 months out for sure. So, or a month and a half out. So we're still a ways away from that Crypto Jedi. I would probably tell you, I mean, join the Citadel. It's only $100 a month and stuff like that. It's a great deal. I mean, it's a great place to keep up, learn stuff, learn new ecosystem tokens and stuff. We'll be doing. I think, pull up the screen for a second. Yeah, we'll be doing all types of. Whoa, let me just pull that down. Yeah, we'll be doing all types of like calls and stuff, and then we'll be doing. We've done our first recorded call, or private call AMA. We do these private call AMAs with the guys in the Citadel. We'll be doing. The Citadel always gets invited to these private other calls that we end up doing that are more like these flash webinars. And when PulseChain launches, we'll be taking care of the Citadel and the Q4 courses, or the Q2 courses. But definitely join up. It's $100 a month. Every month that you're in it, you get $50 off the next course. And it stacks upon itself and stuff for every month that you're in the Citadel. You get a weekly newsletter every Monday that talks about fundamental analysis, technical analysis, on-chain analytics, the top coins that we're kind of looking at, the charts on them and stuff, and kind of some memes here and there as well. And you also get access to all the previous ones as well, and a lot of crypto news in those webinars and stuff, or in these little dockets and stuff that come out every Monday. Highly would recommend it and stuff like that. So definitely join up. We're almost at 400 members right now, and yeah, man. I mean, in terms of it really all depends and stuff. But I mean, at the very least, join the Citadel, just so you can stay somewhat in tune and stuff. But we're always, in terms of flash webinars and stuff, we're always going to take care of the Q2 course and stuff like that. So we're going to be having a lot of flash webinars for the Q2 guys, for the PulseChain launch and stuff like that. We won't abandon the guys in the Citadel, but the Q2 guys are going to get a lot of flash webinars for PulseChain. So there you go. But Tom C with the $20 super chat. Hey, DCC, what are your thoughts on Hedron price of the next couple months or a year? Is it a good idea to do a 180-day stake or keep it liquid? The HSI auctions are pumping the price. Okay. What I would do, Tom C, it all depends if that's all that you have right there. If you have 180, I would just create 2 wallets and just do 2 smaller ones in order to like do 90-day stakes or something like that on the Hedron side. I think that's a little more efficient, personally. Um, Now, in terms of Hedron price in the next couple of months of the year, as long as Hex is doing pretty well, it's going to do very well. I mean, I think I think this year we'll already test back up to all-time highs again, so we'll be somewhere between the 60s and 70s, kind of at the low end. Now, if Hex is doing really good, oh my God, Hedron could, for the first time, go past its all-time high and go into like maybe like the 80s to like the low hundreds finally. So that is really good. I mean, right now Hedron's price is at let's take a look. We're at 20 right now. So its current all-time low that we've had recently, it was at 10. So right now it's sitting at a 2x from its all-time low. So for this setup right here, right, for this year. So it's not a bad place to DCA into and stuff like that. Maybe if you're lucky, catch it in the teens. But DCing here is not a terrible place because I mean, like if it goes back to close to all-time highs, it's at a 3x. It goes to all-time highs. It's got a 3.5x. If it hits a new all-time high, I mean, then you're talking about a 5 to 7 banger. So it's a great coin to DCA into. And the beautiful thing is with the Hex pumping as well, it adds more juice to the fire to Hedron. So this is really good. Now in terms of the HSI auction pumping price, they do pump the price over time. It's a very slow born sort of things because like the HSI auctions get rid of the supply of Hedron, which is good, which helps pump the price. But it's a very like long tail, medium term sort of thing. So the more HSI auctions, the more Hedron gets burned over time. It helps to induce, or it makes it easier to pump because there's less supply. So people have to go into the market to get their Hedron back, which helps pump the price. But it's not an insta sort of thing. It's not like the Hedron auction happened, the price just jumps. It's more of like over so many auctions, eventually it will like start raising it up as the interest goes up with that. So thank you, Tom C, for the $20 super chat. Let's see, Dawn. I have a problem spending money. I love to save it. That's why I got into Citadel last night. Oh, beautiful, man. Welcome aboard, you guys. The Citadel, I mean, I can't say enough things about the Citadel. The Citadel's so awesome. You get to ask all the questions you want in there. Just add dollar cost crypto and stuff. I usually get back to you as soon as I can, but within 24 hours. And yeah, you can do at dollar cost crypto or at Charlie from Cultivate Crypto. We wanted a place where we could actually just concentrate all our attention and resources and stuff like that between that and the current crypto mindset chat. So yeah, Angry Orbs official. Yes, caught this one. Heck yeah, man. Welcome. Tom C, you can stake it for 30 days. Once 30 days pass, you can keep. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's exactly right. It just all depends on how many. So basically, one way you can like. I forgot how much. I know how much it is for 90, but like, you can basically just create a bunch of different wallets, and not within the same wallet, different wallets, and then you could just stake Hedron within each one of those and stuff, and then when they come out, then you unstake them, get the yield back, and then put them back in. But that's a faster way. But I'd always recommend. I mean, if you really are bullish about staking, you just really want to stake it all. I mean, probably like a 64. I mean, if you're really bullish about it, you're probably gonna do 80%, 20%. But I would never go below 20%. Like you should have a liquid bag of Hedron just so in case a pump happens, you can take advantage of it or not. It's up to you. Now, personally, I do 50-50. That's what I do. But you know. It's just depends on what you want to do personally. Say Crypto Sloth 3 times and he appears. That's funny. Crypto Sloth, where were you on Cabana stream, dude? We said Hedron 3 times, you didn't show up. That's hilarious. Let's keep going. FOMophobic. I'm so late today. You are, dude. You are. Shame. Look, over 230 people watching and only 113 likes. Shame. Big disappointed. Oh, that's funny, man. That's funny. Victorious, don't feel bad. So was DCC, yeah. Let's keep going. Mr. Angry Twinkie, what's up, dude? YouTube notifications have failed me. Damn. Down bad. Okay, Ricky, DCC outlive? Huh. Okay, PulseChain, PulseX. Is there going to be one of the three most bullish on, or you recommend run even stack as possible? Well, personally, like, I mean, whatever's more on discount, I'm going to buy the crap out. I mean, I think PulseX is going to do very well. So will PHEX. It all depends. I mean, I did sack for PulseChain, so I do have PulseChain. So it's I'm more in a place where I'm trying to get the best deal and I can hold out for the longest in terms of just to get the bigger gains later on. But obviously, PulseChain is probably going to do the best out the gate. Just being for real. So if you're coming in with fresh capital, it's going to be the one that give you the most X's off the jump. Later on, if you catch the low on PulseX, you might be up more X's on PulseX from the all-time low up, even though price-wise from where it was, like you might actually like PulseChain to look better. You might actually be up bigger on PulseX if you catch the lows. And I think PHEX is somewhere in the middle there and stuff like that. Eventually, you'll get a nice pump on everything else and stuff like that. So, like, I think PHEX is more of a medium long-term play, and PulseX is more of a medium play, and PulseChain's a immediate play. That's kind of how it goes. Let's put that in the chat. There you go. I had to say it 4 times, we guys. That's funny. What's up, rough stuff? Thoughts on Icosa? I've already 100% of my yield, and damn, nice, not bad, man. I think Icosa is good. It's just like we just got to keep like there's still some large wallets coming out right now. Obviously, some of the shark. I think the shark or dolphin wallets. I think it was the dolphin wallets. I'm not sure. I think it's the dolphin wallets coming out, and then eventually over the next 100 days, we should have some shark wallets coming out and stuff like that. So that's where we can really get some big price movements in Icosa. But as long as Hedron's doing very well and healthy and stuff like that, and the price of Hex is moving, you could actually get nice pumps in Icosa. That's kind of the whole point of it, basically. It's supposed to track a lot of the Hex and T-shirt price. Karn, Sloth Soul was being ripped asunder for not being able to answer the call. That's correct. Karn, well, no, I'll leave this alone. I'll answer it later. I'll ask about it later. Okay, Hex down under. Yo, DCC off to play golf. Got my powder all at the ready. Beautiful. Josh Baker. When ILV tier 5 land? There's only a couple of those and stuff. I would say they're probably going to save it to right before the launch of the game or right after. So the tier 5 land is just going to be this big event where like one guy buys it and stuff. It's probably going to be a company who buys it. If I'm being for real, it's probably going to go for like, I wouldn't be surprised, $5 million for it. Someone's gonna pay a big amount of money for that thing, but it's gonna be a lot of advertising. So, perfect. But all that $5 million or whatever they spend all goes to yield for the ILV pool. So awesome. All right, DCC, do you think there's any chance of getting a decent ratio for grabbing pulse in the first 10 15 minutes? The Pepe for a second. Had a cough attack. Oh my god. Someone's like, how dare you shit on Icosa? Icosa's the best fucking coin ever, you fucking knave. Sorry, Sloth, don't hit me. It's all jokes and laughs and stuff. Okay, so let me go back to this question. Okay. Hex TC, man. DCC, do you think there's any chance of getting a decent ratio for grabbing some PulseChain in the first 10 to 15 minutes? Yes, of course. Speed kills. So the people who are in first right there, like there's going to be a lot of buying of PulseChain. So if you can when the bridge opens, if you can get your capital in, you're gonna make some money on Pulse. I don't think it dumps. And if it does dump, you'll DC a little more, and then it'll pump. Like if it dumps at the beginning of the day, it'll pump. It'll be up by the end of the day. There's some people that are like just gonna sell stuff or something. Now there is people who invested into PulseChain with other people and stuff like that, and they're investors, or I don't know what's going on there, but they're investors or people within certain pools. They just want their fucking money out and they're done, and they'll sell their coins and stuff up. But I think there's more demand that'll buy it up, so it would be up by the end of the day. Gibson Finest, man. Fantom pool on Spooky, a good move. I like it. It's a really decent pool. I think it's currently earning 34% APR. It's pretty nice. That's not a terrible pool. Usually Fantom and Boo track pretty close with each other, especially now. I mean, let me look at the price of Boo. Pull up the screen, my dear Watson. Let me put there we go. My eyes were burning. $2.13. Yeah, let's see, Fantom. Obviously, Fantom moves a lot. When it moves, it can move pretty quickly and stuff like that, 55 cents. So basically, Fantom is up like a 3x from its all-time low, and like Boo's up at 2x and stuff like that. So there is going to be some impermanent loss, but it's a nice way to yield and stuff like that. Some finance in the pool and stuff. Yeah, so it's just basically depending what you want to do there. So you can pull it down. I think it's not terrible. It's not a terrible move and stuff like that. What you could do as well is just keep the Fantom there. If you don't want to win permanent loss, keep the Fantom there. Just put the Boo in the X-Boo pool. You'll earn 12% yield, and then you earn more yield in one of the other pools. And so you're earning like 24 to 30% on Boo itself. And then you're not losing any Fantom or Boo, and then you're just stacking more Boo. So that might be a safer play right now to do that. Maybe buy a Magic Cat. That way you get boosted yields and stuff. So you might be able to earn 40% APR like that. That might be the play there. Just buy like the cheapest Magic Cat you can buy, stake your X-Boo there on that pool, and then your Fantom's just chilling there, and then you're earning decent yield. And then that way, no impermanent loss. You're only gaining coins, and then you even got an altcoin you could sell off to pump to get more Boo or to get more Fantom. I think that would be if you want to finagle it to get a little extra. I think that's the safest move because no impermanent loss. It is a little bit so you are getting it's a tiny bit more work where you have to collect your yield and then sell it to then get more coin that you like and stuff like that. But it's no impermanent loss. You keep all your coins and you're only gaining. So yeah, I think I'd rather go with that play. I think over like Fantom Boo. Now, if you're like Miguel, I'm going to be gone for a while and stuff like that, then the Fantom Boo pool is probably your best bet because you just leave it there and just forget about it. You just collect your yield once, and then but you still have that yield problem there. So it's like just a tiny bit more work, but I think the other pool is having it in the X-Boo pool would be better for you. Cool. Let's keep going. I've lost my chain of thought. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Rough stuff. I'm long term on it. A 270-day stake on it. Yeah, I think I have one of those too. I think before I just like said fuck it to it. I forgot how much it was. It was not a lot. I think it was like what? I think 500 ICOs at the time during the beginning of it or something, or maybe less or more. I can't remember, but I know it's 270 days too. But I've done some recent ones that are shorter. Yeah. Any thoughts on all these Dogecoins pumping, Floki? The dog money's just pumping. Just, they're all taking over. Yeah. They're definitely... They just stayed frozen on the pep. I didn't even know that could happen. That's crazy.
Yeah, I have to time it.
That's funny. Let's keep going. DC with the $2 super chat. What's a good price against Gala? Dot and Sol. I think Gala, as I said, now to like 3 cents. I think this is a good price point. I don't really see it dipping that much outside of just like calamity in the crypto space. But Dot, let me take a look at Dot real quick. I've been getting these coughing attacks like late. Damn, I don't know what the hell is happening. I wasn't coughing all day. Insane. Right now we have Dot at $7 right now. Let's see what it is. It actually does look like Dot's going to come down. So you might be able to pick up Dot somewhere in the low 6s. And that'd be a better... So Dot's not bad to DCA into and stuff. I mean, we're long term... I mean, its all-time high, I think, was like, what, $40 or $48, if I remember correctly. Oh, 54, my bad. $54. So it's still got a little bit more of a six-banger in it and stuff like that. So, yeah, you definitely just want to pick this up a little cheaper if you can. But $7 is not a terrible spot to get into. This is the beautiful thing. It's like right now, you can just get into your positions. And it's like... I mean, we can be picky, but like, you gotta, if you don't have any position, you gotta start somewhere. So it's like, if you don't have a position, get one. With Solana, this is the one that shocked me the most. I thought it would go a lot lower, personally. I thought this one, we legitimately thought $4 on this one we would drop down to, but retards want to fly. But yeah, it'd be. I really would pull the trigger on this if I was trying to. I'm not getting into a Solana position, but it'd be nice if we could have caught this at 15 or something like that. But yeah, this one hurts me. Ugh. I mean, it's got about a 10 banger in it if it goes back to all-time highs and stuff like that, which I wouldn't be shocked at some point it does. Just because they're not gonna let it die and stuff, but yeah, the DCA for the DCA for this one's kind of tough and stuff. It just all depends on the market. Like if you can catch, let's go the last 90 days to see the volatility in this. It's kind of a steady eddy basically if you just kind of look at it and stuff over like the last half a year. Boom, drop. Chill, boom. It just pumps. It just has these big moves. It pumps and then goes sideways. So it's obviously very, very manipulated. So basically, if you could just, I mean, hopefully you on a down day, maybe you might be able to pick it up for like, yeah, $21 or something like that. Be the DCA point into it. But the thing is, this moves very stupidly. It just moves kind of like boom, one pump sideways forever, like. And the volatility is kind of, so it's a very controlled coin, pretty much. But I think it can do very well. It's just one of these coins like there's a lot of VC money still in it and stuff, and people made a lot of money on it. So you can take me down. My boy Miguel's dying. That's funny. All right, Karn, are you still voting in the Beats Wars? They updated the dashboard. I was able to get a micro bag of some liquid driver through the bear. Sheesh. Yeah, I always did. I didn't miss a single vote on it. I've always voted. Now, I think I voted this time around. I think I voted for like another day, another die, or something like that. That pool because they're paying out in Beats token and stuff. So let's see. But yeah, that's kind of how I did and stuff. Got a micro bag of some LK. Yeah, but now like the bribes for liquid driver has just kind of evaporated now. There's like none of the things you can vote for to get liquid driver anymore. So all you're getting now is Beats, or you're getting the deuce and Beats and stuff. So there's a lot of Beats rewards right now. Preston Daniel, Dollar Cost Crypto, thoughts on single side staking and ETH Illuvium staking for this year. I would not single side stake it unless you're getting it from yield. Keep all your Illuvium liquid. Now, for the Illuvium ETH staking, I think it's only worth it if you're staking like, because the yield's so low now and stuff. I mean, we're talking about you either stake it for a full year and you get set, which is, if you think about it, that's actually not that bad, right? But like I think the full stake, I forget if it's 1 or 2 years on it. On Illuvium, I think it's a 1 year if it's for a full stake. If you go full weight out, or 2 years. But basically, if you're not at least staking $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, it's not like that's the minimum I would say to stake Illuvium ETH, right? If you don't at least have like $4,000, $4 to $3,000 in a Illuvium ETH stake, then don't do it. Then you'd be better off just keep a liquid Illuvium and just leave it there. That's it. Don't even yield on it. The yield's pretty low. It's like I think it's like 7% or 8% single site staking. That's if you're fully staked out for a year or 2 years on it and stuff. So I would definitely not do that. Basically, so the whole play is just to have liquid Illuvium. Now, personally, I am in the Illuvium ETH pool, but I have a large portion of that. I have a big amount of money in there, and then that does kick me off. That does kick me off some yield and stuff like where I'm able to earn some more than an Illuvium a day on it in terms of yield. And then when you claim those rewards actually get put in that pool, and then that's fine because they have to be there. But then from there, that yield, and then you can count on that yield. But it's because you have to have a big thing now. I mean, $3,000 to $5,000 isn't that crazy of money, but like you can't do $1,000 thing anymore. That time ended. Angry Orbs official daughter Adam. But you already have .scat, but I don't see Adams. It's not a terrible bet. I mean, I like Adams getting better with the fundamentals and stuff like that. Their ecosystem's a lot weaker than Dot's in terms of coins. Now some guy in the background's like, oh my god, Miguel doesn't know this pleb. But like their alt system didn't really do much, and neither did Dot and Kusama's, if we're being honest. But this time around, I have more confidence in Dot and Kusama's ecosystems doing something versus Adams. But Adams is just there's a lot of talk about Adam as well in the background. So it's a race to see who's going to be the layer zero of crypto, right? Dot and Adam. We'll have to see. I mean, personally, I just have the Kusama. I mean, I'm in the Kusama camp, so I mean, obviously, I'm on not the Adam side. Let's keep going. Hit the like button or DCC starts coughing again. All right, crypto, woo! With the $5 super chat, man. What's up, DCC newbie here? How should I spend my portfolio between Hex, Gala, Illuvium? Also, you've heard of DMTR. Wanted your thoughts on this token, DMTR. DMTR. I have not heard of that. Let me see what that is. All right, let's share the screen for a second. The Mintra, this one, $7 million market cap. About us. Let's look real quick. Data-driven farming, increase yield, reduce cost, mitigate risk. Every small holder, farmer, regardless of economic status, should be able to benefit. This is actually a token about actual farming, not yield farming. Now in over 65 countries, continue to see. Mostly a Euro play for the most part. That bow tie, my god. I ain't gonna lie, man. This is probably not gonna do well. Just because it just has I'd have to see the ecosystem, and there's got to be yield farming plays and stuff. Ecosystem partners. Let's look. Let's see. We got Ocean here. That's a little bit of Polkadot, a bit. The Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, which is good. So they really, I mean, if you could pretty much just like cross off all these as like trash, damn near. Fucking, so it'd be like Ethereum Enterprise Alliance and that, but that's just mostly because they probably just joined the foundation and stuff, or join like, hey, you know, or going to the events and stuff like that. Maybe Blockchain Research Institute a little bit. The thing is, it's just like a lot of people in the crypto space wouldn't get that crazy about this, if I'm being honest. But you can take me down. All right, man. We got Drip Topman with the $20 super chat. Salute and happy days to my crypto brothers. Get the likes up. DCC brings us knowledge. All we have to do is keep our eyes and ears and wallets open. Definitely, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, Drip. Let's see, Fallout Zone. Thoughts on Kava? It seems like quite a few predictions or projections are going there. Projects, I'm guessing you're trying to say. Liquid Driver Oath, that kind of rebridge. Yeah, Kava. Yeah, Kava is an interesting sort of little token. I was actually pretty bullish on it very early on in the crypto mindset courses, and then it just stopped. It just completely stopped moving. Basically, if I remember correctly. Maybe some things are going down on there. It's good to see where I always pay attention to where the Fantom tokens go, because there's a lot of, if they're going over there, there's a lot of action. A lot of the tokens in the Fantom ecosystem moved in tandem with each other, so that means there must be some action over there. So I'll keep my eyes on it. Personally, I'm not putting any money in Gala, but if I'll have direct exposure through my Liquid Driver and Oath bags, basically, which is interesting. But if more news stuff starts coming out of it, maybe I'll change my mind on Kava. But I have to. It was a big nothing burger last cycle. Blastmaster, $5 super chat. What do you think? What do you think about the different grayscale products? BTC, ETH, similar to 2x long with no chance of liquidation. 2DGen, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Buy real Bitcoin, Ethereum, dude. Buy real Bitcoin, Ethereum. Don't buy that trash, man. You're gonna get yourself into trouble, I think, personally. Raul with the $11 super chat. Okay, I've got 370 DOT in the ledger. Want to stake, can hold for a year. New staking DOT. How can you talk about it in recommendations? Heard DOT requires moderators to do actions. All right, download a app called what is this thing called? I don't got it on this one. Shit. The Fearless wallet. You can stake your DOT in there, and then you can auto stake it for yourself. Just make sure that you stake something like 369 DOT and keep yourself 1 DOT for gas fees. And it'll basically, you can stake it there and earn the yield for your Polkadot. The Fearless wallet. It's an app. You can download on the computer. They have a mobile version that works as well. I think that's a good way for you to stake your DOT and still have control of your keys. And what they do is they decentralize your coins across like 10, 11 nodes as well. So you're a little more decentralized. So if any bad actors were to happen and stuff like that. So that's why I would do it, Raul. Sheesh. Yeah, projects. It's all good, Fallout Zone. I love the questions, man. Hey, you guys, by the end of the next week, I'm going to actually add like 1 or 2 extra moderators to the chat. So obviously, yeah. If you're active in the chat right now and you're doing good questions and you're being pretty proactive, I'm going to be adding some moderators. I'm going to be giving out some wrenches, 2 wrenches to the chats and stuff like that. So I'll be adding those maybe next week and stuff. So there you go. Dendre with the $5 super chat. When we get our free copy of Hex, does that mean we can sell both separately, or do you sell one and you lose the other? No, you can sell them separately, but you have to wait until like the Thanos gauntlet, the snap happens. Once a snap happens, that's what's called the snapshot. Then you can sell them both individually if you like. Wrench gang, baby. You. Karn flexing his wrench. There's one person for sure I already have in my mind that's going to get the wrench, but we'll see. The other we'll see. I might give 3 away. We'll see. Chat promotions. That's right. Look at Red Nitrous in the chat. Red Nitrous? Where the fuck have you been? This whole bull market. Shout out to Red Nitrous, man. But we up, man. But thank you guys so much for joining me and stuff. I will be back tomorrow and with Moon Gang with Charlie tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as well as on Monday I will be premiering my Red Pill Lines interview stream with me, Charlie, and the guys from Red Pill Lines, as well as we're reacting to the Dr. Phil episode with a Rolo. So that's going to be really interesting. So I'll catch you guys on the flip side, man. But be sure to look out for that stream on Monday and stuff. I'll give more details on Twitter later.